Hey guys, Joe here, doing a drive back from picking up a couple of things I needed, and I wanted to make a quick drive talk about cryptocurrency, what it's doing to the GPU industry, and what retailers are having to do to compensate for it. So let's start with cryptocurrency. In its most basic explanation, cryptocurrency is using a computer, typically GPUs, to hunt for bits of code which can then be converted into money. Dumbest explanation I could put out there because I don't do it, I don't follow it, I don't know exactly how it all works, so I don't want to involve myself in it. However, I have to acknowledge it to talk about the next part. Because it's so GPU dependent, it has driven the price of graphics cards through the roof. Typically, the cards that are affected are the current top tier cards, and that includes current gen stuff, RX Vega, and anything Pascal, even 1060s. 1060s used to be safe, but they're no longer safe. They are through the roof as well. So, unfortunately, it's a trend that has kind of stabilized at a high number, but on the plus side, it seems to be coming down on the used side. For example, on Craigslist this morning, there were some 1080s listed in the $700 range, where 2 days ago, those exact same cards from the exact same sellers were listed at over $1,000, because what they were doing is they probably bought a bunch and then they've been stockpiling, sitting on them, and they probably sold a few to some cryptocurrency miners, and now that they've made plenty of money, they're willing to take a little bit of less in order to get rid of the rest of the inventory before the price drops back down to retail, and then they have a hard time competing with the main brick and mortar stores. That's one side of it. And that leads me into the third thing I wanted to talk about, and that's why retailers are jacking their prices up. The first two are directly affecting the third, because retailers, brick and mortar stores, even dealerships, anything that does retail, they also get what are called add-on sales. When you're walking through a store, the reason they have displays out with like technology keyboards in the middle of a lane that are $100 is because they want you to buy those keyboards along with whatever you're buying. That's why they have boxes of air dusters up at the front. They pay $1 a piece, they sell them for $4, they make a little bit of money. But when a cryptocurrency miner goes in, buys just the graphics cards, because they're not buying monitors, they're not buying motherboards, they're not buying any of that crap, they're just there for the GPUs, they aren't even considering anything else. They aren't buying on anything else for 99% of it. I'm sure there may be one or two guys that are doing it as a hobby and then they also buy other stuff, but all they're doing is buying the graphics cards. Micro Center near me had 25 GTX 1080 Ti's at opening this morning at 10 o'clock. At 11:30, they were all gone. They're selling them for $1,100 a piece. That is $27,500 they made, somewhere in there. You would think that that would be pretty good, because cost on those cards is what, $500, $550 when they're buying them new from the manufacturer? Somewhere in there, because they're making $100 or so? But not really, because they also lost all the potential opportunity that was there from 25 people buying 1080 Ti's that might go, my system isn't good enough, or my monitor isn't good enough for the 4K that this card can push out, or I need a better keyboard because now I can't MLG. You know, those are the reasons why they have sales on certain items in store, because they want you to be enticed to come in, and then you're like, ooh, that's a good deal, that's an average deal, but the two work out to be a good deal. So that's why they've jacked up their prices. You can't get angry at a retailer for jacking up their price when we're the reason, well, not me, miners are the reason why they've done it. If you're going to be mad at anybody, and I don't suggest that you be mad, I just keep saying if you want to be mad, if you want to blame, if you want to foist responsibility onto anybody, you need to foist it onto cryptocurrency miners, because they're the ones that are out there driving up the prices of cards. And even to a lesser degree, it's the people that started cryptocurrency. And it's funny, because crypto used to be associated with like crypto taxidermy, where you were creating fake stuffed animals on things that might exist. So you have all these people speculating, spending tens of thousands, and now it's millions and millions of dollars to find code. It's kind of bizarre to me. But I wanted to get that side of it out there, because all you ever hear is people bashing on miners, bashing on retailer. Screw Newegg for charging $900. Well, you know, they have to do what they have to do. You don't have to buy from them. Buy used, buy pre-owned, find somebody on Craigslist, offer up, things like that, and get your deal some other way. It sucks, but, you know, it's what we have to deal with in a free market capitalist society. If you don't like that, move to Russia. Or go to North Korea. Yeah, go to North Korea and try to buy a 1080 Ti. See what happens to you. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to be making more videos per day, just because when I get an idea in my brain, I'm just going to film it, shoot it, put it out there. So feel free to watch some, feel free to watch all, feel free to watch none of them. It is what it is. And we'll see you later.